See, and then if you assign it to me, I can sell it on eBay and make... Are we live? Oh, hi. Sorry, we're live here. Bret the Hitman Hart, of course I wouldn't...
No, you would never do that.
No, I wouldn't do that. Absolutely not. Yes, I would. No, I wouldn't. Bret, we've decided to switch locations here in our gym. I decided to put us by the dumbbells because I want to talk about a couple of dumbbells you might have worked with. So, no, that wasn't funny.
Which ones? Well,
yeah.
Well, which ones? I mean, it's 23 years of dumbbells, so.
Well, that's what I want to talk about. We'll have a little fun with it. Being the anniversary of your screw job, maybe you want to start there.
Well, yeah.
Talk about the screw job. What happened in the screw job? For people that didn't know, you had the title, you were leaving the WWF to go to the WCW, and you were supposed to keep your title.
Well, what it really was a case of me trying to protect my stock as a businessman.
Okay.
As an independent contractor. And that's really what it is me trying to protect my business interests for myself so that when I left and went to this other company, that I'd have some good stock that I did, because I'd invested in myself.
Yeah.
Put a lot into
credibility.
And they were dishonest with me, and what they were trying to do was tear me down and ruin my stock before I left. And that's really the simplest way to describe it. Is they try to screw me out of that, or try to lie to me, or try to paid me out in a bad light, and I ended up knocking Vince McMahon out in the dressing room for it.
Okay. Now, on the other side of the coin, Shawn Michaels. You fought Shawn Michaels. You were supposed to walk away with the title. Michaels obviously knows about this. Is he considered one of the dumbbells in the rack?
Well, I mean, I could go ahead and call him a dumbbell, but he was smart enough to screw me, you know, so...
Yeah.
Which doesn't make you a good person. but it makes you smarter than me, maybe.
Other guys you were in a match with. Let's talk about some other characters you might have worked with who weren't the brightest bulb in the tree.
Well,
Ric Flair. We showed Ric Flair earlier.
Ric
How was he to work with?
Ric Flair was he was a 2 out of 10 or 3. Well, give him some credit. He was actually a good technical wrestler. Like, he could do a lot of. He was a good worker in wrestling, but he had no psychology. You know, he's one of those kind of guys that would make it up on the spot, and when he made it up on the spot, it didn't always make very much sense.
Let's go with. I know you've taken the Undertaker on in the championship.
Yeah, Undertaker was a great. Just opposite. He was a real pro. He was one of the safest guys I ever worked with. One of the best guys the hardest workers. I have nothing but the highest regard for the Undertaker.
Razor Ramon, Scott Hall.
They used to call him Razor the Moon. You know, he was just the most miserable, depressing guy in the whole world to have to sit next to or to be around.
Did you have to carry that match?
Razor was, you know, he was so-so.
All right. Well, we're going to come back, talk more about your book in the next segment and some of the stories you might have had in there. Right now, John, take it away. Thank you very much, John. And I am here with Bret the Hitman Hart. His brand new book is out on shelves. Pick it up. It's brutally honest. That's the best way to I think, portray that. A lot of wrestlers have pretty much had coloring books come out. This is a really interesting read. I want to talk about kids today. A lot of youngsters get into the backyard wrestling. They think it's an easy thing to get into. What do you tell the youngsters today who are getting into wrestling? And I know what's going to come up. People are probably thinking it right away. Wrestling equals steroids. But not so much.
The truth is, you don't need steroids to be a great wrestler. There's no need for steroids to even be involved in wrestling, because it's basically sports entertainment. It's not like you know, it's not like it has any real constructive value to it.
Yeah.
It's all just about the look. And in my case, you know, I did have some experimentation or use of steroids for about 4 years, 5 years
in the book
in the 80s. But once they started real strong drug testing in the 90s, that was really, if you watch my greatest matches, or most of my matches that you see out today, I was steroid free, and I wrestled just as well or better without steroids, and I don't see any need for them in the profession at all today. And I think that any kid that wants to be a really, really good professional wrestler needs to remember that it's all about not getting hurt. It's all about the artistic ability to pretend or to be convincing in wrestling without without actually hurting somebody. I wrestled 23 years. I never injured one wrestler ever.
That's a credit right there. Again, there you're
I don't know of any wrestler that can actually say the same thing.
The excellence of execution.
That's it.
See, I do my homework. You know what? You've lost, not so funny side, you've lost a lot of friends in the business. You always hear, it's always, oh, the steroids. But a lot of these guys, there's no downtime in wrestling. There's no off season. Do you think it's more the lethal cocktails of the, a couple of painkillers, you go out for the evening?
Yeah,
what happens on the life on the road?
Well, you know, a lot of wrestlers get where they start taking, you know, this is a problem I think that's already bloomed, like it's already happened, and now it's reaching its the fallout part of it. Is the wrestlers over the years have got addicted to painkillers, they got addicted to taking uppers, they got taking downers, something to sleep, something to get up, something to go to the gym. And a lot of wrestlers are in a lot of pain, and I think, you know, another serious side of things is that there's probably a lot of depression and a lot of stress and worry on a lot of these wrestlers that don't know what's going to happen tomorrow and don't know if they have a job tomorrow, and they're killing themselves just to keep going all the time, and it causes problems.
When you talk about being in a cartoon world, so kids today just basically work hard. You don't need your wrestling, and work hard at not hurting people.
And watch all my matches on the DVD, and you'll learn how to do it.
What DVD
right.
was that?
The Hitman Hart, best was, best there ever will be.
And he is, and we're going to have more with the excellence of execution coming up, John. We are here today with Bret the Hitman Hart, and Bret, we're going to go on a more of a serious note, and then we'll go back to a lighter note later. But we talked about that you suffered a stroke, and I was going to ask you, and then I thought better about how serious was it, but when it comes to your heart, everything's pretty serious.
Yeah, well, for me, the stroke was dead serious, and I learned pretty quick that it was could be a long, tough road for recovery, and it takes a lot of people to recover from a stroke. So
for people that have that don't know or maybe haven't experienced it, thank goodness, what were the symptoms that you felt where you also all of a sudden went, uh-oh?
Well, when I had the stroke, I lost everything on my left side immediately. So I was, in a lot of ways, was half dead or half paralyzed or a little bit of both, and it was tough because I mentally had to hang in there, like, and I couldn't believe it. I remember thinking it was like a really bad dream. One thing about strokes, it didn't hurt. There was no physical pain, but I mean the emotional pain. I mean, I had trouble communicating or talking to people. You know, I lost my smile on my face. And, I remember I couldn't wink my left eye for, I don't know, 4 or 5 months.
That's very frustrating to not have that movement.
Well, just to you know, you feel so, you lose all your confidence, and you lose all your, you're on the bottom. It's about as low as you can go. It's about the next plateau, just above being dead.
And you've worked your way back to some amazing feats already, and Lisa from the Heart and Stroke Foundation's here. I won't talk about someone who lived in a gym, but there are some things that people can get out there and I guess be active. So what would the Heart and Stroke Foundation suggest to people out there to keep their heart healthy?
Well, physical activity is one of the greatest things that you can do to help prevent heart disease and stroke. And so for the average person, it's just a matter of including physical activity wherever you can in your day. So looking at getting 30 to 60 minutes of physical activity. So that could include things like using active modes to get to work, going for a walk at lunch, playing with your children. It doesn't have to be really rigorous and difficult, but it means fitting it in wherever you can and adopting an active lifestyle.
You don't have
rigorous
to
is good.
Yeah, Bret's done wonderful.
You play wrestling.
Yeah.
You play wrestle your wife.
This is a family show.
Well, let's play wrestling.
Well, in the sharpshooter, do you put her in the sharpshooter?
If you can.
If she'll let you. Well, you know what? Thank you very much for coming out and giving us a little insight. And Bret, can you hang around till after 9 o'clock?
Sure, I got all day.
Oh, good. Wow, we'll be on till noon. Terry? Thanks, John. And, of course, we are here with Bret the Hitman Hart. Wouldn't that be cool to have your own action figure? Hey, John. Hey, we're here today. Of course, we're promoting the brand new book. It's #1 in Canada. Pick it up today. We still got more with the excellence of execution. Why? Well, because he's the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be, John. Thanks, Mr. Youngberg, out here with Bret the Hitman Hart. And Bret, this is it. We're pretty much wrapping it up here. Thank you very much for sticking around this long.
We've been living together.
What are you trying to say? You're happy to move on?
This was how I spent my summer vacation.
That hurt. Anyway, we won't talk about the one time at band camp. But listen, we got to talk about. I want to talk about your book. It's Tell All, Tell Everything.
It's
brutally.
a good tell-all. It's not a mean, nasty tell-all. Just to put you in my shoes.
So let me ask you this. We're going to go. The Hitman. You're not connected with them, but he's a big hockey fan, of course. Do you still go to the Hitman games?
Well, I am connected to them. They're named after me.
Well, they are.
But I'm no longer part of the ownership.
But they're still
They're still my team. #1 rated in the country, as my book is. #1 on the Globe and Mail right now.
Now the logo, they changed the logo for a while and came back to this.
Well, you know, when we first came up with this logo, we had to add the hair here. That was put in, and the stick was lowered just a little bit to make it less violent.
Yes.
As you can see, the hair does give it a softer edge. Makes it much more...
He looks like a very kind guy now.
This is a warm, lovable, violent hockey player.
Now, there's no... Let me ask you this. What's your fond... We're talking about just the wrestling itself. They want to find more information, they can read this, but your fondest memory in wrestling? Yeah. What would
you know, I
up
got
with?
a million of them, but I mean, I think my fondest memory of wrestling, I think, for me is, you know, I think about Jim the Anvil Neidhart, Brian Pillman, Davey Boy Smith, my brother Owen, myself, in Calgary when that big Stampede, we had a pay-per-view. It was around July with the Stampede week with the Hart Foundation, all the various family members and everything. It was a beautiful moment for me just to walk down the ramp and to be in Calgary and in a pay-per-view and have 20,000 people screaming, and it was the loudest sound I ever heard. But I mean, for me, that was a very special moment to finally, after all those years of being away from home, to come back home with all these guys that had been through the wars with me, and to march into that building, into that ring with that kind of support, and that was a special moment.
I would also have to say, even on the back of your book, it's a tribute to your brother. That must have been a special moment too. I don't think there was a dry eye in the house or watching that show.
It was a big, even my dad was touched by that match.
Bret Hart, where do we go from here? Where do we see Bret Hart next? You just keep succeeding and climbing the ladder consistently.
Well,
where do you go from here?
This will be it for a while. This is the biggest thing I've done. Probably will hopefully be my lasting, lasting great achievement that people remember me more for. Hopefully 10 years from now, you'll remember me more for writing this book than you will for what I did as a wrestler.
Bret, I want to thank you and the gang here over at Effectus for letting us use their gym and hopefully making you feel at home. Congratulations on your book and everything you've achieved and being one of the greatest Canadians I've ever met, and that's for sure. Right now, we're heading back to the studio.